And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush, man, getting home quick. This is what you want. You want to affect the quarterback as fast as possible. And they were in there so fast, this offense had no clue what to do.
This crowd on edge, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Simpson. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Wolverines will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Steps away. He'll pull it down. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Gators can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield, it's Wilson. It's a seam wide open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. A little screen to the running back.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun, running back on the move. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're in Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. If you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
Only 2, okay.
Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll go to the toss. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on a 61-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's ball. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big jump, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Trying play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Gators with the 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. The defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play action fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got him and nobody's close. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
Come on, man.
Be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Scanning the field. It's flagged away. Makes the grab.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting the pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Final 30 seconds of the first half. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. He breaks a tackle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Dropping back, it's Underwood. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Here's the handoff. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
There he goes! He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Gators come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Going to the running game. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
He might want another play. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Max going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole. And
Yeah, Sirski.
That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Simpson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now the play fake. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks.
Yeah, I need that. Let's go.
Really tough on offense. 3rd and long, it's tough to, you know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to
need that scrap.
Drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
Man, I don't know what play I picked.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Off the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Quick completion on the out route. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Just a short pass to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now.
Okay.
Let's see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Wilson. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes conservative when they got the lead.
Spanking somebody online right now.
They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
I don't know. I really don't remember, bruh. I just did all them challenges and pulled him out of something out of them field pass packs that you get.
It's Simpson. Nice job by the kickoff
There goes some smoke. What up, bruh? You want some smoke?
See what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line.
Hold on, let me finish this game.
Using his legs, it's Haynes. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, what's your overall right now?
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the score.
I just got my niggas at like a 76.
But after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional.
I ain't got no running back.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile.
No, they got 85.
To the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and protect their guy up front.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series.
He ain't quitting, no.
This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Lagway. Swings it out to his running back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is
31-7.
Coming out with it, it's Simpson. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as
Go ahead, send it, Troy.
the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams.
Bro, this nigga Lagway nice, man.
One really good team. It was the
I wouldn't lie to you. Yeah. Yeah, play the nigga with my Gators. I gotta get them ready. Nah. No, I don't know who I'm gonna get, bruh. Who you coming with? Who I ain't played with yet? Penn State, that's what I'm coming. I'm coming with Penn State. That's who I just a nigga that I just played had Michigan. Bama. Bama nice on here, man. I still ain't played with or against Texas, though. I ain't played with LSU either. Texas A&M nice on here.
Receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one.
Texas A&M nice, I think. I like them a lot. I mean, you can just put them anywhere. I mean, they let you running back. Yeah, it's like it's a sub package to put them at running back 100%. This shit kind of fire. This shit way different, but I'm starting to get used to it, I think.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Power football with the run. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game
Who your quarterback?
Good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Oh, you ain't got you 82 or nothing?
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Give to the running back. Not much there. They'll give him one to the 14.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
This crowd bringing the energy.
Oh, it's rocking in this motherfucker, man.
Back to throw. It's Aller. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll field the punt and take it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O.
Yeah.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Miller with the ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
What school he go to?
Breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Red pass hits complete. Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
That's exactly
16 played it good, man.
You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Just ran him over. They get him down to this offensive
Jan Miller shifty. Hey, bro.
I love the job by the offensive line. Getting a
Jeremiah, I love the truth
you see guys leading
on
into
this
the second level
motherfucker.
with the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Oh, that's a terrible angle. 16.
He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect.
Yeah, we saw her.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Martin. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchdown.
How many green beans you got left?
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19.
What you buy? What pack you buy?
Rides the back on the option to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Aller. The sure hands, it's Singleton. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust the speed of the game.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground.
I tried to bounce back out.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. To the ground with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the
QB
ball,
plays smooth on here.
He starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big
Oh, Penn State got some fire in the playbook.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They did. You had to be ready. You had to be willing to run, though.
They got nothing on the last play.
You know, a lot of niggas don't be trying to run.
Looking downfield, it's Aller. That's reeled in, it's Pena. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10.
Come on, Allen.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. He gets it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation.
I might have smoked that.
To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride. So
Yeah, they gotta. They gonna patch that up.
Nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical.
Let you play the ball a little bit better. For sure, he was on his hip.
Coverage, hit the open guy and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Simpson. Fires one high and deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
Damn. Ain't that new?
Tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. There's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think he'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Check it out. Yeah, I definitely wanted to check the KD episode out.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got it in the middle. It's Horton. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll send the back in motion. Gonna look downfield again. They're working that left side. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's...
I switched this shit at the last second.
They were banking on the
I was sitting in the house.
But that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And this one is perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's got it. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the 2nd level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Looking to throw, it's Aller. Quick completion on the out. Ball squirts free. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. Got room to work. Got enough for the 1st down. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 1st downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Singleton. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Quickly complete. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Sends it back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. Here comes the heat. He was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Allard. Makes the grab on the left. Turning on the Jets. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Knocked down.
No way.
He gets the...
Can I challenge that? I gotta be able to challenge that. Come on.
The offense really needed some points to dig themselves out of this hole right before the half. What did they do? They turned it over.
Yeah, come on, man.
Now they dug themselves an even bigger hole.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Yeah, me both.
Bringing it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls.
Oh, shit.
On the left side. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
He have enough arm.
Offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On third down, going up top. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Hits him inside
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
So that'll do it here in the first
That's
half. Stay tuned.
crazy.
Halftime is coming. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. Offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Put the young bull in.
Leaves it with the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
They'll run play action. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
To the air, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space. So if you punt after that,
Me and Troy running right now.
This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
They'll start this drive going to the air. He's got him. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to
Troy.
run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Direct snap. It's Reynolds.
Nah, I ain't even started touching. I ain't. Nah, not yet. I ain't fucked with it.
Yeah, you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. A lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a third down.
Makes the grab on third. Touchdown, Nick.
He is. He just put him in.
Afterwards to get it into the end zone. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable.
For sure.
On the other side, great job by the offense extending their lead.
Maybe, but Bub ain't. He ain't transfer saying. They said it's his job to lose. The saying, and it says say.
It's Adams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Who the fuck the Alabama? Is it Austin Mack then? Is that who I'm talking about? Thinking about? Ty Simpson. Austin Mack ain't on. Don't play for Bama.
Going from the 17. Looking for a man. It's Russell.
Word. Okay.
Finding open areas. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up.
Which one?
They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his position.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's another example of just
that's what Jaden Ball is.
Here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They just keep firing. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Unloads to the right. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, it's the worst possible time. Didn't really get a chance.
Yeah, I know who you was going to right there. You had three niggas over there.
41-yard line.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got a man. It's Singleton. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Singleton. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Sometimes it's not about fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it. There's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him. Let him break tackles. Let him make plays. Easy decision.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Penn State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what?
Oh.
Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Coming out with it, it's Adams. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. RPO complete to open the drive. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Unloads it left. Pulls it in. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first
I got, what's his name? The Koi Perch.
Game manager. At Alabama,
Free safety.
used to be sort of a label of derision, but now,
Yeah, I pulled his little 84 card.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, you know, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give is and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Grabbed over the middle, it's Miller. They are on the move down to the 30.
Bro, you threw that shit so quick. I was looking completely the other way.
Downs after the completion. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Let's go. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the book as we head to
He might have been late though. He was open. What's our boy? I ain't even gonna check to see what our boy Crowley rated. Yeah, I was telling Kels about him. You know, he beat, you know, Keelan Russell was the quarterback for Duncanville.
Trying to convert on 3rd down as we start the 4th.
Yeah.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break up.
Makes a grab past the marker. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red
Oh,
zone.
yeah. He doing all right at Kansas State, though, yeah.
That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure.
Oh, yeah, Dylan Edwards going to play in the league.
Close, but just a tad late. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense
Yeah,
is
he's going
about.
to play in the league for sure.
Making that official reach for his flag. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The give to the tailback. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. This Nittany Lion defense has just been suffocating. The front 7 has been dominant. Guys like Jack Ham would be proud.
Yeah, just big, physical, just owning the guys up front. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The Penn State D-line just dominating this football game.
Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Not quite able to turn that corner and get it to the house. He's out of bounds at the 8.
And the offense, they don't choose to go downhill, be physical. They try to get it on the perimeter. Stay away from some of those defensive linemen, but you could tell DBs, linebackers, not scared. Nice job playing fast, trusting their eyes, and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. They were trying to work the outside, and he played that
the counter.
and almost got the pick.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback.
You just gotta hope a nigga in the trash defense, you can slip one in there.
Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they.
It's a good throw, good route. I thought I was on it.
Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pocket breaking down. Got his man.
I thought he got me back there.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He stopped in this track, got it out.
37, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back.
I mean, we out of there.
There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Yeah, Penn State might be ready.
It is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th.
They got a lot of weapons.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To the air, it's Russell.
I mean, they're the number 2 team, so.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Y'all learn how to playmaker you?
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So
I just don't think it's been working.
Make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Oh, so the analog stick to juke now. And then the L. Okay, got you. I'm going to try it.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just
that's nice.
Kind of day for this offense.
They make the stop.
He almost wiggled out of there.
Them up with a first and goal from the 10. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Singleton. He'll toss it. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And the pummeling.
Again, brother.
And the running.
Yeah, Penn State got some shit. I love that playbook. You said. Appy, what up? Let me eat this slice of pizza. That's for you, Kales. What up, baby? Y'all think Auburn gonna be good this year? You said no to Auburn. It's Jackson Arnold. '92 defense. Mm-hmm. Yep, Jackson Arnold. I'm almost done, bro. Illinois being number 10 is crazy. Illinois number 10 on here. I know they're supposed to be nice this year. Brett Bielema will run the ball game too. Mm-hmm. Oh, he went down there? Oh, wow. I go get that. I might get LSU. 700 is crazy. Them niggas ain't gonna throw it like that anyway. What unis you got on? Why? Mm-hmm. Bro, I was telling Kales the computer ain't retarded, bro, even on varsity. Playing them niggas in them challenges, bro, this shit was making me, it was making me laugh. I was mad, though, at the same time. I'm telling you.
Anytime there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game.
Nighttime in the. Look at it. I like the light show. Oh, you came in the blacks. You disrespectful. I like how they got the light shows. In the presentation.
LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Branch. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense.
He's shifty as ever.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. And the physical play there forces
You believe in it, Ree?
on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
This crowd
I like Florida's a little bit. I didn't like it at first, but
dropping back, it's Stockton.
bruh, it's my fault, bro. It's a whole lot of motions in it this year.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm, find that timing with your wide
They
receivers,
did.
set up for success, then you go attack deep later on.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Caught in the backfield. It's Frazier.
Oh, that's a good tap.
Might make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. Runs through a tackle. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
A fourth and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. He's going to take off. Got room at the 35. Recovered by the defense.
Got his fucking bell rug.
And they were channeling their inner Mike the Tiger. Don't you think Mike could get a big paw in there to swat that thing free the way the Bayou Bengals do?
Yeah.
Secondary, and you're flying up. Great job understanding. The guy's already kind of slowing down a little bit, but where do I put my head? I put my hand on the football. Get my hand on the football. Those guys, those DBs from LSU really understanding that, flying up, making the big play.
A collision, and he stopped.
I ain't heard nobody say they wanted Georgia either.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll give it to the back. Running into the open space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Off play action.
Good D. Oh.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you
Read it like a
want
book.
is to turn it over on your opening drive.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hill. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Hunt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23.
They got 2 star corners.
Opening play of this drive.
I don't know who Stamps is.
They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Running back searching for a hole. He makes the tackle at the
Too
33
much.
after a pickup of 5. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a 1st down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
Line gets set, 1st down. They'll run it on the counter. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Boys laying that lumber.
Back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll get it 1st down.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas.
That's good D.
Pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver.
He hurt
This
now.
receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking to throw at Stockton. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming. So
I ain't gonna lie, this shit look fire on the big screen.
Kick is in the air. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Just just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Going to the ground. Runs through the tackle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. And they didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Open space at the 25. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Dogs.
And these offenses, man, they've been struggling, and you've been waiting. Who's going to make the big play? They finally break through. They make the big explosive play, and maybe this is what they needed to get this offense rolling.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He's got an open man. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Anderson. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to run it. It's Durham. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down.
Got that star for a reason.
Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there.
I missed him.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a
I
play.
missed him.
But at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
I'm trash for that.
They go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Bring in the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback.
Where's with the dog?
Scanning the field, it's Stockton. They've got the screen set up. Shows him the stiff arm. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well. You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Georgia going up tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Extending the play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires downfield. He's got it.
Oh, no.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before
That's
the
a
break.
freshman right there. That's acting.
Leaves it with the running back.
Mm-hmm.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From 50,
I ain't even get loud.
now what a power leg.
What's going on, bruh?
And that'll do it here in the second quarter.
Niggas supposed to get loud.
We head to the studio. Georgia will kick it
This ain't top five.
second half. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Gotta show him something different, huh?
Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Pulls it in, it's Green.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Hey, that wear and tear on.
And
The
the
fatigue
Tigers in a
on.
good spot here with second and short. Handoff to the single back. Changing on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
No mic to it.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
A strike downfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Got a punt.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Man, it's supposed to be rocking in this bitch. There we go. What the fuck? Off the play fake on first down.
Man, this offense is so
hey, I sit there, everybody, bruh. Yeah, just knew we was about to keep it jumping.
Now the defense is really on its heels. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring
Yeah, we ain't doing enough in the trenches.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Oh.
Caught close to the marker. It's Branch. Across the 25. He's got room. Touchdown, Georgia. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Oh, especially for them speedsters. You gonna know who fast and who ain't, bruh. I'm already hit, bruh.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Anderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Rushes on him. Oh, it's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that
when it rains, it pours.
And man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you dive and make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
You can't really break down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Looking for room. It's McCray. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nah, he's 7.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure.
Ain't making no noise.
Create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
He ain't playing bad, though. Nigga Zachariah just killing.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. The
What kind of?
for the first down.
Rah-rah time.
With a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
Zachariah around somewhere.
Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Nah.
Quarterback on the keeper. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Let's it fly. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this.
He is actually, man.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Here comes the heat. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
And as
He hurt.
You've got such a special talent playing QB.
He's getting banged up out here, man.
You can let this guy set his feet. He can light this defense up.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. This time it's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Good route.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. QB draw. Quick spin on the line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
I'm mad I wasn't passing.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw again. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game.
And the quarterback gets hit again.
Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Nowhere close on that.
You know what it's about to be? It's about to be an intentional grounding.
And now they face third down.
And that's kind of how
Let's
their
do that
days
bitch
go,
away.
right? Like they haven't protected protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there.
Get the fuck out of here.
Like, this offensive line's got to do a
No
job.
way he peeled back like that.
They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the right.
It's a flag.
This will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage.
He's got it. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. And he does a really nice job finding open space.
Yeah, ain't nobody else did nothing.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a
His toes
second
is
look.
out.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass.
Yeah, I was making sure I give everybody, you know,
He'll bring it out. It's
run.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line.
Nussmeier ain't the one, though.
It's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get
Picked off. What a
He's
play.
late.
Set him up. Bringing it back.
I'm out of there, man.
And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown.
Damn. 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 I can't invite me. The ears. I'm gonna bring the perfect team to bring up there. Damn. If I'm gonna bring Colorado or Georgia Tech. I'm taking Haynes King, Jamal Haynes. I'm a big believer in Jamal. Actually, I'm getting Georgia Tech. Bring Georgia Tech up there. Hey, baby. You down? What color you got on? Oh, okay. What you about to do? Yeah. What time is it? I had to unplug the clock.
8:30.
Alexis got this clock, this digital clock that be in here. It come in handy though. I can't even front.
When you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on a team from the Big 12, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
Oh, you put some rain out there?
The Mountaineers will kick it away to start. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
See what this playbook about too, for sure. Rich Rod is back.
Gives it on the option.
Oh, I should have stayed out.
Guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Kane. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's going to take it all the way.
Am I that late with the pass? What's going on?
You always want to come out and set the tone as a defense. Get a stop, make a punt. Get the INT and take it back to the house. We're going to set the tone for this defense early.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return.
Oh yeah, I'm out of there.
Makes a move. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field flipping
Jamal
machine.
Haynes.
Take it on one end, return it to
He
the
nice, bro.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge.
Word. Everybody got it like that, yeah.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that one will put his...
Let's go, man. We get that right back.
Longer return in college football, 100 yards for 6. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. move. It's flight. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play.
Got the wiggles.
You can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down. It makes play calling easy.
Shifty.
Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
With all that, he might as well have purple shifty.
37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, they're after him. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Looking to take a shot.
He
holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest,
My
right? You get me in
own.
stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's got great speed. He's got it.
I'm out of here.
And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his 2nd of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if
he hit me.
he kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
That's exactly how W lose games.
Extra point here will tie the game. And they did tack on the extra
Roughing the
point.
kicker.
Knocked it right down the middle. So that one will put his name in the
No.
record books. You can't have a long
I shanked
return
it.
in college football. 100 yards for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Fox. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
All right, man, get it together. We better than them, top to bottom.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the shotgun, the inside give. They knock him down, but not before
That's too
he gets to the
much.
21-yard line, pick up a 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
There he goes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I'll tell you,
They
this
put him
quarterback
in
is
there.
behind an offensive line that is playing in
Little.
unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're
There
getting
we go.
hats on hats in the run game.
And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Use the play fake now to throw.
Yeah, we got the.
Got his man
I didn't stay with it.
at the 45 on his way. And they pick up a better
I'm
than
goofy,
30 yards
man.
on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Nah.
See the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Quick release on the RPO. And he's brought down after a nice game.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
And the Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. Let's go. They'll run the option. He'll toss it.
That's piss poor.
All the way down to the 3-yard line.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, West Virginia.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. The give on the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. It's King. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical.
You got candy on, man.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Yeah. Max Johnson. He definitely did.
3rd down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on
I
this
said
big play.
A&M.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Punt is in the air. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Was looking for more running room.
He's from West Virginia, I think.
More tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. He'll keep it himself. It's a running room. He's inside the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so
Where he
much to
from?
defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything. I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Damn.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success,
I think he's from Georgia.
The football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Caught near the sticks. It's Rutherford. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Using his legs, it's Haynes. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period.
Yeah, good shit.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the Yellow Jackets need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking downfield, it's King. Right on the money. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed now. Early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Under fire. Might be looking to run. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to set up the screen. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations when you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field. They didn't have it set up that time.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so the running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO fired.
Get the fuck out the way!
And he's brought down after a nice game. This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good.
Yeah, it was Charlotte to Orlando.
They'll mark him down at the 27.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Yellow Jackets are rolling down the field. To the air, it's King. Here's a hit. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Makes the catch. It's Rutherford. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big third down. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Yeah, man.
This is not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Now the pitch. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop.
West Side Cat Kids.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Timeout, Georgia's end.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Pocket breaking down. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground.
We can't complete a pass out here, bro.
Defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that ground on 2nd down.
What happened?
Looking to throw, it's King. That's caught, it's Haynes. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Looking left. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head head to the studio for halftime. And the Yellow Jackets will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had
I do, but I never talk to him.
That forces the incompletion.
They booted away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
Can we do something?
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their
Y'all can't finish us.
Back to throw, it's Kane. Out of the backfield, the running back snags him, but couldn't keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Bruh, I could the icon left. The icons ain't up, bruh. He rattled out that motherfucker, bruh.
Second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much.
What'd you say?
Not a whole lot of help. Short gain there.
Yeah, I'm fine, dude.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're going to
I'm gonna roll another one too.
Throw him the football, but the screen game's a big part of it too. They're trying to get him going there.
Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Offenses know and work on it all week. Third downs, we gotta be really, really good. This offense not good on this third down. It could come back to bite them.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
It's 4th down
He'll try
again.
to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. And they gambled in their own end. Turn it over.
Bruh, this shit is crazy.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They go to the ground. Got the first down. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it.
I'm taking my redemption. We're gonna get in there, bruh.
He shows you all of it. He's got
We gotta get some offensive points, bruh.
He's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out.
Haynes King, dog shit.
This drive will get started started from the
Can't even run the ball, bro.
To the air, it's King.
Oh, yeah, got him. Oh, my God. That was a yellow.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone. They have not let
Niggas ain't blocking. It don't matter.
winning this game.
Niggas ready to go home, bro. This is crazy.
The quarterback is a threat to
Never seen such piss poor effort.
It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On fourth down.
Good Lord.
And they get to it. Sack the quarterback.
GG's, man. About to eat a slice of pizza. I'll be back. Oh. Mm-mm. Got the screen up. Y'all lose two in there.